Hello everybody, Chris Wood here. I'm just on for a couple minutes to say hello and to let everybody know who's been following what's been going on with me. All day long I have had nothing but electricity going through my head. I've had serious skull deforming. I have no feeling once again whatsoever on the right side of my head, and as you can see, there is differences between the right side and left in my skull. This whole right side of my face feels like it's being pushed over and being swelled up. I'm getting what feels like fucking serious electricity or something going to the back of my head, to the spot on the back of my head, which I've shown many times. Oh, fuck. This is another picture of me. This was done approximately 2 weeks ago. I all of a sudden have, my spine is completely and totally screwed on me, and I all of a sudden have what looks like a fucking tube coming up from my neck to the back of my head. Now what the hell is that? Plus all the other deforming I've been through and being called a liar, not being able to do anything about it. Today I've been in excruciating pain too, because my skull is being deformed so fucking much. Like, this is certainly not normal, and I'm being accused of doing this to myself. This is why I am charged and medically blacklisted, to prevent any medical help or proof. I'm a 4-year revenge retaliation victim through Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police for speaking of their human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission at the time. As a result, 4 years ago, in August of 2019, at my previous address, I was shot by something by ex-O.P.P chief or commander before he left Napanee. He drove a white Jeep Wrangler. After that, I got a visit from Spencer Mills 14716 to threaten me, to basically let me know and intimidate me, to let me know that if I didn't stop talking about what was taking place, there would be serious consequences, either criminally or through mental health, whatever. And that was about 10 minutes after David Smith actually delivered me food from the mission. Next thing you know, I'm sitting on my porch eating, and boom, Spencer Mills showed up with the guy from the mental health. I was talking about the human homeless trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain, which was going on at a certain place. And then I was shot, and one known as Bill Woldridge, this guy, was living at 34 Water Street. He came onto the scene and he started stalking. He was going by every time, sometimes 15-20 minutes, every half hour, every single day, sometimes from early in the morning till 1-2 o'clock in the morning. When that wasn't happening, when I would go out, as soon as I would go out, boom, he was always right there constantly. I got sick and tired of it. I finally got his picture, the one that I just showed. He conveniently went into hiding for a little bit, and next thing you know, he reappeared living across the road from my previous address just shortly before I was getting ready to move. May. I was getting ready to move June 1st, 2021, and this happened in May of 2021. May 27th of that year. I leave, I come out with my dogs, and next thing you know, I'm surrounded by cops. Spencer Mills pulls in with Shelly Huffner, where they proceeded to take me to Kingston, where they proceeded to force blood and piss through serious threats and duress from me. And when they found out what they had happened, which was me asking for public help with criminal legally charges against police and others who were involved with crimes 24 hours prior, they ended up leaving. Shelly Huffner, through her false pretenses of incompetency, had me kidnapped, and that was done in an attempt to get me kept. That was done in an attempt to shut me up. And so I'm not talking about what I'm talking about, showing what I've been showing and proving what I've been proving, and whom, by whom, how, and why. They are involved with human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, injury, torture crimes, obvious physical identity thefts, medical blacklisting, lies, cover-ups, time buying, arrest refusals, false arrest, having victims charged to prevent help through hospitals. Ontario Provincial Police, ex-chief or commander, once again before leaving Napanee, year 2019. Spencer Mills, 14716, whether Napanee or allegedly now Aurelia. Staff Sergeants, years 2019, 2021, guilty of kidnapping and sodomy, sex assault with Shelly Huffner, the kidnapping. And a sex assault 2019, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, 7224, Robert Lucas, Robert Can Fuck, Can Kill, Can Get Away With It, Money Badge Family, Town Council of Lucas, actually. Shelly Huffner, Stacy, a mental health worker, was Daily Tea Company, now Kingston. The lies, time buying, cover-ups, arrest refusals, false arrest, being surrounded, hands on guns, being labeled as crazy, being labeled as on drugs, being labeled as suicidal self-harmer, being labeled a criminal, being labeled as having long psychological record and history, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. How cops are committing their crimes on their victims to be above suspicion of torture, obvious full identity theft crimes, deforming. This is how they're framing trafficking and committing homicides. They're guilty of having my mother stalked and murdered as well, through the one I just showed you, Bill Waldridge, who lives at 149 Center Street, Norton, now bald glasses, believes that we were switched at birth, believes that he is my dad, and believes that he is Harry Potter, and believes that when he was stalking my mother, was calling my mother Mom. The guy's highly psychotic, highly delusional. He usually frequents the Coffee Cravings and Loaf and Ale and Tim Hortons. Now he goes, last time I seen him, he was wearing a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey heading towards No Frills or wherever, as of the other day. This is Blair Hardy. He's a human trafficker, drug trafficker. He's involved with this identity theft I am going through and identity changes, which I've proven. He is guilty of rapes, drug lacing, drug trafficking, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, with and for the police that I've named. All drug overdoses that have taken place here with addicts through fentanyl or whatever is through Blair Hardy to overdose to make it look like just another addict got bad drugs and ended up dying from it. Not the case. Done with intent. He's guilty of raping a woman who is now gone at a guy named Mike Gordon's in apartment 3, and the person is now gone. He attempted to rape this person. Blair Hardy did. He was collecting welfare checks at this address, not living here. Guilty of welfare and disability, pension thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, forgeries. That's how he was driving his Mercedes, along with the drug trafficking, the human trafficking, and the other crimes that they're all involved in. The possible money laundering through the homeless, stalking the poor, homeless or poor, elderly, disabled crimes, torture crimes once again. I'm the end of my bloodline. I'm having problems, serious problems thinking today. These pieces of shit, they need to be found and they need to be arrested. There is also one Dale Hartwick who possibly has a shaved goatee now. He's aiding cops. He's a rat informant now, aiding cops in this for drop charges from a stabbing. Ray LeBlanc lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria here in Napanee. He's a trafficker and a child groomer. Tyler Teabag Lake, he's guilty of torturing my dog Runt and killing him with Ray LeBlanc, using R&M on him, giving him cancer the same way Blair Hardy and Bill Woldridge did my mother. And that's how they killed her. And I'm going to show you what it is here in a second. There is also one known Bert Hustler. Once again, another picture of Tyler Lake. Tony Hearns goes by Axl Rose. They're all drug traffickers. Jason Van Alstyne. And here is what R&M is. It is an actual nano microchip implant that's been used by the police and military since the 60s. That a lot of people are not aware of, and it's being used for criminal purposes to destroy a person's central nervous system, to attach to a person, because it also enables invasive surveillance. And this is how I've been going through my identity changes and everything else, my serious skull deforming, which I've shown and proven, and being called hallucinating and called lies and called delusions and everything else. I've been called retarded for talking about my identity theft, sodomy, sex assault, having doctors laugh in my face over it, thinking it was a big joke. Oh, no matter what I've done, no matter what I've shown, no matter what I've proven, I've not been able to get any legal help, no medical help. My human rights, my legal rights, my medical rights have all been taken, while all of these pieces of shit are doing this to me and getting away with it. And for ones that think that identity theft and identity changes cannot happen and that it's all a big hallucination, I'm going to certainly prove you different, along with the other pictures I just showed too. One day my head is round, it's been flattened, it's been elongated, it's been shortened, it's been widened. Once again, this. This. which is certainly not normal. I've not had any surgeries, and I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to being shot by ex-O.P.P Chief or Commander that drove the white Jeep Wrangler in August of 2019. And then all the bullshit on me started. "100% complete change there, and this is me." Like, what the fuck? Skull deforming. Kinda hard to see, but I've been through serious changes, and proving it and not being able to do a fucking thing about it. With me being the end of my bloodline, I now share DNA with Bill Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Legg, Jason Van Alstyne, and all of these other bastards, and it can be 100% proven, including Dale Hartwick, who, yes, is my cousin, but I still should not share any DNA with him, nor Tony Hearns. So, yeah, for anyone who thinks that identity changes is not impossible while being called a retard and being prevented from help, this is how O.P.P traffic, frame, and are committing murders, including ending bloodlines right here in Napanee above suspicion with these lowlives. I'm 50 years old and I'm going through all these serious fucking changes, and I can't do a damn thing about it because it's police revenge retaliation. And I guarantee you I am not the only one that's going through this regardless. They're doing it to me, they're doing it to the others. This is what they were trying to prevent me from showing and proving. This is why I show my tattoo. That I just recently got this tree part added to the wood in Kingston, Ontario a few months ago. More with my spine and my neck, and I'm accused of being a self-harmer, suicidal self-harmer, drug addict with long criminal record in history, which is not true. Long psychological record in history, certainly not true in any way. How the fuck is this happening? And this is all me. Even my skull showing serious deforming. I have what looks like a black line coming up my neck to the back of my head. My head's all bruised on the sides. It goes bruised on the sides. Picture of me. Picture of me. And these are all recently between each other. I go through this a lot. I'm in excruciating pain pretty much 24/7, and these bastards are all taking turns doing this to me 24/7. This is how I'm going through my identity theft and changes. Like I said, the ones involved with O.P.P for drugs, drop charges, money, freedom, and to help fuck over and help to fuck innocent people over. Once again, Blair Hardy, Bill Wooldridge, Tyler Legg, Jason Van Alstyne, Ray LeBlanc, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, a Robert Barry, who used to be an ex-jail guard in Ottawa apparently, a Jimmy Perry, an Isaac. All of them are homeless drug addicts here in Napanee as well. My life has been treated like a fucking game by these pieces of shit for 4 years, while not being able to do a damn thing about it. And all I did was speak up at the time to try to save lives and to prevent human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, and other serious crimes that have taken place. Now they are guilty of murdering my mother. Shannon Cork was well aware of it. I told her to arrest Billy Wooldridge when she was at my place one time, and she laughed in my face. Thought it was a big joke as he went on to stalk and murder my mother, as he was calling her mom. But that's what he was using on her, was R&M, because of her age. They were using that on it to make it look age and health related. Meanwhile, it was given to her with intent through the use of it, the same way it was given to my dog, which seriously deformed him, the very same way my skull and my brain's been split. When I eat now, my food goes to the right side of my body, not my stomach like it should. All can be 100% proven. But unfortunately, nothing I can do about it. I would go to a hospital and I either was not seen, or I would just be told, "We seen your file, we seen your file, we seen your file." Yeah, well, like I said, I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to being shot, and then all the lies and bullshit on me and all the other attempts to stop me every step of the way for 4 years had proven what I've been proving. Wooldridge refers himself to as being Hells Angels Ontario chapter captain, the one that lives at 149 Center Street North. These are all pictures of me. So I go through this every single fucking day. This is no joke. While my head is completely and totally numb, having no feeling whatsoever. From the back of my head, I have a spot on the back of my head which I've had since I was shot, and you can clearly see, watch, there's a line down my forehead, and my fingers are following it perfect without even noticing. Straight down my fucking head. And how it's starting to go more up on the right side again. So it's like I got a balloon in my fucking head, and it's been flattened, widened, shortened, elongated, along with my neck too, and the other shit I've shown. Picture of my head being blown up like a balloon. Oh, your hat fits, you're fine. That's what I've been told at hospitals. Picture of my head totally flattened. Swelled up. And all of this has been called self-done, or a lie, delusion, hallucination, and a lot of other things against me. I'm certainly not fucking doing this to myself, that's for damn sure. Like I said, how much my face and my skull changes. A lot. And these are not old pictures either. I can just imagine how many are in Quinney Detention Center or anywhere else that are going through the exact same thing while being prevented from saying or doing anything about it to let everybody know what has happened to them. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here because once again this whole fucking right side of my head is gone. And the ones showing Bill Woldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Manolstein, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, Ray LeBlanc. Oh, holy crap. Robert Berry, Jimmy Perry, Isaac, and the rest of them that I've shown. They need to be found and they need to be arrested one way or another because I can't afford it. $22,000 I have to pay.